Thank you, Olufemi, and now to more reports. Now, no fewer than 300 indigents of Ikota community of Eti Osa local government area of Lagos State on Tuesday benefited from free medical outreach organized by Tama Homes Foundation and other partners. A president of the foundation, while acknowledging the huge gap in the health sector, especially at the grassroots, noted that key players in the sector must urgently address this situation.
Physically challenged persons, men and women and children were among the people of Ikota community that benefited from the medical outreach. The team of medical experts, while carrying out their duties, diagnosed residents with various health challenges and provided them with drugs where necessary.
My friend called me and said that I do something here, so I come and say, what are they doing? He said, I go and collect a number. Later on, I come and request that maybe is it for government or it's ordinary person. It's not for government, just only a single person. I'm happy. If Nigeria can do that, if they can continue to be doing that thing, it will favor us.
Really, I didn't know I have high blood pressure, but the doctors made me to know that I have high blood pressure. And they asked me to go to the next hospital to check myself very well before I will know the kind of drugs I will be taking. I'm so grateful. And I greet them for the help.
I would like the government to help us. To really help us. The next village, the ones in the hospital, the sick ones in the hospital, the government should at least provide for them with better treatment and enough drugs.
78-year-old mother of 5 who broke down in tears pleaded with government and other partners to heed to the plight of the ordinary citizens as the economic reality in the country has brought untold hardship on them.
I'm a mother of 5 children. I'm suffering alone. No helper. Nobody to help me. That is why the taking is too much. That is why I'm having that BP. They should help us. We widows.
Even if government is trying, the old aged people will not be able to come out. Like those old people, they are carrying it with their cars. Because it's closer to them, it's within their community. That is why they are able to come out.
People are suffering. When you go to the grassroots and you go to the communities, in Lafiaji community, for instance, the first time we did outreach there, I was in tears, literally, because it's raging. The hunger is even much more deadlier right now than HIV, AIDS, and the COVID and all of these things people are talking about. Because people don't, it's not in those places you talk about nose masks. They don't really care about nose masks and all the hand sanitizers and all of these things we go about with. They just want to eat. People just want to eat. So we'll take food stuff there and all. So after we've done that all year long, every other month, we go there with food stuff, vegetable oil, spaghetti, noodles, pasta, rice, and all of these things. We go there and share for them that will last them for a month. So the reason why we're doing the medical outreach now is I noticed that people are too busy to even know their health status. It's someone that has eaten. They think, the people in the grassroots really think that when you say, oh, you need to know your vitals, your BP, your weight, are you obese and all, they don't really know what these things means because they've not, all they want is just to eat. So we think, okay, since we've empowered some people, we have children in school. In September, for instance, right there inside Ikota primary school, we did back to school where we came here, we gave school bags, school books, writing materials and textbook and novels. We gave it to 750 students right here in this school. So since we've covered food sector, we've covered, we have some of them as well. We have some of the kids as well that we paid their school fees. So I feel this is the end of the year. After hustling all through the year, it's okay to sensitize our people about the importance of checking their vitals, your BP, your blood sugar, know your health status. It's okay to make money, but it's also very okay to know your health status. So that's why we are here now.
Fertility physician Adeyeye Emmanuel wants government to invest more in the National Health Insurance Scheme and extend the coverage to the ordinary citizens at the hinterland so as to eliminate the suffering of the most vulnerable in the society.
It's just getting worse and worse with national health insurance coverage. I just believe we need to do more when it comes to penetration of natural health insurance coverage nationally. We are not the poorest in the world, you get what I'm trying to say. We have the resources, and I just believe that healthcare is one of the basics. You get what I'm saying? We are not asking for infrastructure, we're just asking for good healthcare services and access to it. You get what I'm trying to say? And I believe in a country like this, it's not supposed to be so much of a big deal, because it's not just about Lagos now. There are 35 other states, including the Federal Capital Territory, that needs grassroots development, grassroots coverage, health insurance for the masses. You know what I'm trying, for the civil servant, for the minimum wage. What are we doing for them? Can they even confidently walk into a clinic setting to check themselves and not worry about the cost of investigation and seeing a doctor? And what's the chance for a doctor? Like, a doctor here in Nigeria sees averagely about 200 patients. So imagine this kind of background, 6 doctors to see God knows how many patients. And we are doing our best because we are obliged to. We are in this together, and then we just like to do the least we can do to help the community. And then big shout out to foundations like Tama. You get what I'm trying to say? They are coming out full-fledged. I'm trying to say grassroots development, philanthropy, charity, and I believe that's changing the world one step at a time. You get what I'm trying to say? And more of that, more from the government, more from the federal government, more from the Lagos State government.
The president of the foundation, Ilaje, said more effort is needed by all stakeholders to bridge the health deficit at the grassroots.
We have on ground today 20 medical personnel, doctors, nurses, pharmacists. They are checking their BP, they're checking their blood sugar level. Some of them are diabetic already, they don't even know. Some of them are almost in that state, but early prevention by them knowing their states already would really help to curb that, and we'll have drugs on that. Things that we can't cover here, we are referring them to very great government hospitals that will partner with and take it up from there.
As we know, Nigerians, the government cannot do everything. We have to come out of we have to think of ways in which we can help our society, and that was why we funded the Tama Home Foundation. And for some time, we've been doing food drive, going to the different outreaches in the communities to give them food and clothing and some other stuff.
All the beneficiaries commended the kind gesture of the organizers as well as the health experts, and call on other organizations and well-spirited individuals to emulate this art, as government alone cannot close the huge gap. High point of the medical outreach is the presentation of 12 wheelchairs to physically challenged persons who never had such opportunity.
I see people having wheelchairs for the first time, never used wheelchairs in their lives, and this is an opportunity for them to use wheelchair. I see some younger children, and the fact that she even had to, the foundation brought some of them from wherever they were, paid their transport down to be part of this. I think this is a lovely initiative, and I think it's something that should be deplorable by every other person who is doing such. This is highly commendable and it's outstanding.
Next year, we intend to cover more education. This year we did a major outreach, like I said earlier, where we covered 750 students. This year, I already promised some of our students from last year, depending on the best of them, we're taking the 10 best students and putting them on scholarship. We're going to pay their way through primary school, secondary school, and university. So we intend to focus more on empowerment this year, empowering people who want to learn vocational work, tailoring, makeup, things that they can use to sustain themselves. Because I know that if we empower one person can go ahead to empower 10 more people. So beyond giving them food, beyond giving them drugs, next year and beyond, we're choosing to empower people education-wise and also vocational-wise.
Tama Homes Foundation says it's committed to the plight of the less privileged, irrespective of their religion, region or ethnic background, through provision of free educational services, health, among others.